All right. I'm able to figure things out and get things going without a hitch. That was a perfect opening, guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Rundown After Dark. This is the motherfucking show where we just throw it all to the window and to the wall. So today we're going to talk about some movie trailers. We're going to talk about the new documentary that's out there. That's Buzz. What is it? Shiny Happy People, as well as the news about a character in the Spiderverse that's that was representing. All right, guys. Thanks again. Sorry about the long open. It took a while for us to get things started off. It's totally Tabatha's fault. And speaking of which, let me switch to her camera right there. There she is, via satellite, because she saw a few raindrops.
Joining us now from mainland Hawaii.
Yeah, exactly. Tabs, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. It's just pretty stormy over here.
Stormy.
It's crazy what an hour and a half will do.
A drop of water. One drop. And she was like, fuck that. Anyway, hey, babe, I'm joining me. Also, it's Joy Fagan. Hello, my love. Hello, my treasure. How are you today?
I'm sleeping.
Sleeping? No, you better wake
This
the fuck
weather
up.
makes me want to go curl up and sleep.
Oh, my knee is acting up. It's going to rain.
I said sleepy, not painful.
No, that was me.
Oh.
I was doing me. All right, guys. Like I said, we're going to talk about a couple topics. And if you're in the live chat, I'm going to start off with something new. You know how I say that anytime you guys send a super chat, I'll definitely interrupt the show? Well, I want you guys to interrupt the show with something else. If you send a super chat, and it doesn't have to be like 50, I don't care, like $1. I don't care, $1 super chat. I want you guys to control the soundboard. So you put $1 in the super chat, and if you write for me, then we'll interrupt Tabatha and you'll hear for me. You'll hear that. You'll get the for me. Or let me tell you real quick which ones I'm gonna use. I got a boom effect. There's that. I got all kinds of effects. I got this is the one that'll drive Tabatha crazy. $1 super chat and just write the word daddy. Daddy. That's all you'll hear, and that's all we'll hear. Wait, Tabs, could you hear that?
I can hear it through your
through the microphone. Okay, let me fix that. So you can hear it. I'm gonna need you to hear that. I think I know how to adjust that. There we go.
Don't
Let me
mess this up.
No, I won't mess it up. Hopefully this will work. There we go. All right. So Tabs, if somebody sends a super chat and writes the word daddy on it, then
daddy. Definitely heard that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so right for me, daddy, right, bat daddy. We have a bat daddy sound effect. Let me see if I can find that. Where's spicy bat daddy at? Where is it? Where is he? There we go. $1.
Spicy bat daddy.
And the cringe in her face will continue all day, every day. I don't even know if I have her up on.
It's gonna be a rough show.
Let me get you back on screen. That's all you're gonna see right there. $1.
Daddy.
$1.
Spicy bat daddy.
$1.
For me.
Where's
For
emotional
me,
damage?
Emotional damage is getting kind of old. If you guys want emotional damage, I put it on there too. If you want emotional damage, put emotional damage on there. You want to get a little offensive? Let's see. Where's Bill Burr at? Where is he at?
Oh God.
Let's get some Bill Burr in here. Where's Bill at? Where's old Billy boy? There we go. All right, yeah, $1.
Talking about horse people.
I'm always talking about whores though.
We're talking about horse people. I have to increase the volume on that one.
You need to get you need to add Kevin Hart to it. Is this a horse?
Yeah, I thought this was, yeah. I don't want to do too many because then they'll get their attention and all of a sudden we get monetized, we get sued or something like that. I don't know. Let's see what else I can add. And suggest some sounds and I'll throw them in there, guys. Let's see. I know there was one more. Oh, yeah. Or, if Tabatha starts talking reckless and she starts getting out of pocket.
Some of y'all are about to get sued.
Yeah, there you go. So y'all gonna control the soundboard on that one. I just wanted to throw that out there. So I thought about it at the last second, so I don't have it.
How it's always me, man. Why is it always me that's gonna get us sued?
$1 super chat and just say daddy, and all you'll hear is
daddy.
That's all you'll get, and then you'll see her cringe like crazy. She hates
You
it.
gotta get absolutely not.
I got to make that into a sound. Yeah, look.
And I don't like that.
and I don't like that. That's coming soon. Anything between $1 to $10, I'll play. Anything above 10, I'll play all the sounds at this.
Oh my God!
All the sounds in one moment. There we go. So yeah, that's we'll play with. First, I wanted to play a different game, but I thought I ran out of time. There was so many things going on. I'm sorry guys, I ran out of time. But we're here.
We're queer.
2/3 of us are here. Damn it, I walked right into that one. 2/3 of us are here. One of us is queer, and we're all used to it. So let's get right into it. See you guys filling up the chats. We're going to be monitoring that as well. So without further ado, let's remind you guys, if you want to become a patron, we will be doing first time watching videos. I almost forgot. And we'll put the full video on the Patreon, but we'll clip them for the YouTube channel. If you become a member, you'll be able to eventually, I'm thinking starting next week, you'll be able to call in and we'll have you on the show live. And if at another tier, you'll be able to be videoed in, just like Tabatha is. She's a member, or YouTube member officially, and she is videoing in. So there's our first unofficial video member who's videoing in for the first time. Not because she's afraid of the rain. Not because of that at all. All right.
And Tabs, Nala's keeping your chair warm.
Oh yeah.
You can't see her, but she's curled up.
You'll be pleased.
Hell
There's
yeah.
some pussy on your chair.
I love me some pussy. I can't complain about that.
I gotta donate $1 for that.
Yeah, you do.
All right, guys. With all that out of the way, let's get to the fun stuff. Let's talk about today's topics. Let's get into the first one. What is the first? Let's go into the force feed. I'm not calling it that anymore. So I haven't been using the word force feed in a while. It's just entertainment news.
Twisted Metal trailer?
Yeah. Let's talk. Yeah. The Twisted. I played this game a couple
I have no idea what
It's a
this
video
is.
game.
Okay.
It's a video game. And they're making, and Peacock is making it into what looks like the best series ever. I was against
dark
this.
comedy.
Yes. I was against this project. I was like, this is gonna suck. I looked at the still. I'm like, Anthony Mackie, come on, man, you Captain America. You can't be in no Twisted Metal. This is gonna flop. It's still gonna be a disaster. But damn, did that trailer.
Oh. It looks good.
That trailer was funny as hell. That got me, babe. You were watching it. I sent you the link.
I saw it.
What'd you think about the trailer?
I was like, I have no idea what's going on. Is this a horror? I didn't know what was. I was like, I have no.
I haven't
clue.
played that video game in a long time, guys. In the live chat, help me out or remind me what the plot of Twisted Metal. All I know is just like it's a racing game and you can shoot your opponents with rockets and
How
missiles.
do you make a TV show out of that?
Obviously, he was one of the main characters, the clown dude. He's
It's
one of the main
like
characters.
post-apocalyptic.
Yes.
So I think that's how they're kind of doing it with the show. It's like that post-apocalyptic style show. But this is like dark comedy driven with a little bit of it. And like he's like a mentally ill, like crazy,
No, he's
like
just
that
ill.
kind of, you know what I mean? Like think like, like Heath Ledger Joker
Type of
like
guy,
that
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of mentally ill.
He was the coolest character in the game. Everybody wanted to play with him.
Yeah, and it's so like, it's that kind of style, so to speak.
Well, I will let you watch that, and then you can let me know
If
after
it
the
looks
first
funny.
episode if I need to join in.
I mean, they had me at the thong song. I was so prepared
I know.
to hate this. I was like, this is going to be some trash. This is obviously why it has to go straight to Peacock streaming, because it's trash. It looks like some trash. I played the video game a couple times as a kid. I'm a man now. I'm an adult. The second the thong song came on, that girl's
like,
so scandalous.
hey.
I was all like, Joy was trying to mind her own business. I kicked the door down. Thumped like a truck. She's like, "What is wrong with you, Chris? You gotta watch the trailer. You gotta watch it." Thong song. I saw before we started, I saw that the guy playing the clown is I think he's being played by a wrestler that I like, a WWE wrestler, Samoa Joe. That's what is his name. And I was like, oh, that's him. That's pretty cool. A lot of wrestlers are getting more parts. Another wrestler that I like is going to be in another Anthony Mackie movie in Captain America 4. Seth freaking Rollins. He's going to be in Captain America. So wrestlers are getting all these Anthony Mackie movie parts. That's pretty cool. Maybe I think Anthony Mackie is a wrestling fan, so maybe he's made friends and just hooking people up. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, That trailer was funny as hell. What did he say? Oh, do you like the silver-haired guy? I'm like, dude, it's Cisco. Let's say Cisco. What did he say? That I played that CD so much. I broke.
It wouldn't play or something like
it wouldn't
that.
play. Yeah, I broke that CD, man. That was so fun because the moment he was faced against the wall like that with the dude's hand behind his head, and it looked like a different situation was about to happen. It was like, you ever had your shit pushed? I felt like that was about to be what was about to happen. And then he's like, I swear to God, I was thinking about my head like, dude, just start singing with him. And then he started to do it.
He did.
I was like, that's exactly what you do. I was like, oh yeah, man, this song, yeah, I got down with him. Yeah, because that dude was going to kill him. But
yeah,
it was funny. It looks so. And here's another thing, real quick before we go to the next topic. I'm afraid that watch that be the best out of the whole series, out of every episode. Watch that be the funniest thing. That's it. Because they're not showing much. They only showed that, and it's like watch that be the only funny thing of that whole series.
I have hope. I got hope. That was too good of a scene. I got hope.
It was good, but I hope it ain't the only good thing about it. I hope so. Let's see if it gets. So guys, if you've seen the Twisted Metal direct to the cock streaming out. That's right. Peacock. Woo! Twisted Metal on Peacock. What did you guys think about it? Share your thoughts below. You know what? Oh, I forgot to link up the old lower third. So guys, you're gonna you're keep your thoughts and the comments coming in. I'll bring them in. I forgot to turn that on. That's my fault. All right, let's move on to the next one. What was the next thing we have on entertainment news, babe?
The Expendables 4 trailer.
You're gonna have to keep it professional over there, Miss Les Business. Hey, why don't you tell us another Les Business joke real quick, before we move to the next topic? But
I don't have one.
Oh, damn it! It's your month. Anywho, Expendables. You've never. Okay, I'm surprised that you haven't seen any of the Expendables.
It's not. I don't like Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, okay. That.
I saw the first one and had a good time, and I just never got around to seeing the others.
The premise of it was pretty cool. You know, these old timer badasses all get together, still trying to kick ass, and they're successfully kicking ass.
This is a movie. These are movies that I know most people would be like, oh, the plot is stupid. The acting is kind of lame. Blah blah blah. But I consider them feel good because it's got some nostalgia. People you haven't seen in a while.
They're trying to bring back the old 80s action movies.
And so it's like, you know what? You knew the ending. You predicted all the stuff, but it was a good time. It was a nice ride.
The whole thing that makes Expendables good is who they can bring from yesteryear into the fold. You had. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying. I actually thought, like, because on what Joy was saying, I actually thought in the trailer the acting looked really good.
The acting's always
was fine, but I'm just saying, like, critics usually are like, it's lame, it's cheesy,
that
it's
was
low.
Like actually appealing about the trailer. I just have no interest in these movies, I really don't. The one person I don't enjoy watching is Sylvester, but that's just because I don't like his particular style of acting, and I can't ever get into the movie he's not
always a favorite of mine either, but like we enjoyed him sursurprisingly in Tulsa.
Yeah,
we didn't know we were going to like that, but
that's a TV show really about an old gangster who got
sent to Oklahoma,
Tulsa, Oklahoma, to take over the town, and
it's from New York.
It's great. It's funny. It's funnier than I expected it to be. It's pretty funny, but Expendables. What makes Expendables so great is the who's who. Who do they get to come in? You had in Expendables, I think was it part 2? You brought Jean-Claude Van Damme as the villain. I was like, wow, that was it. I think Antonio Banderas was Brad. Yeah, Wesley Snipes came in one of the.
Did he say Arnold Schwarzenegger was in?
Oh yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah. You had Arnold Schwarzenegger, Bruce Willis, and Sylvester Stallone.
Like all these 80s, 90s,
the Mount Rushmore of 80s action, and they were all in one scene together. And they make fun of themselves. Of course you had Arnold Schwarzenegger going, "I'll be back," and they make fun of that he said that. Like, why did he say it like that? And stuff like that. Bruce Willis. Totally being a badass. You pretty much had Die Hard in there. You had the Terminator in there, and they made fun of that. He's like, "Look, Terminator, you don't give me my gun back." You know, like that. They make fun. That's the whole thing that makes Expendables funny, because they make fun of their old action personas. But one of the things that was brought up on another channel that now I cannot unhear is because one of the things about Expendables is who are they going to get to play the bad guy? Because usually the person that they're getting to play the bad guy is somebody who is also known for being a good guy a lot in the 80s or the 90s. Like in the last one, I think it was Mel Gibson, and that was in the middle of his scandals and stuff too. And the one thing that was so good about the last Expendables movie was there was a scene where it looked like it was one of those scenes where it looks like they captured the bad guy early, but the bad guy had it planned the whole time, kind of a scene.
Yeah.
It was that, and it was basically we got you, we drive you to the spot, and then your people rescue you, kind of, basically. But Mel Gibson went to Sylvester Stallone and said, "I got an idea for this scene where you have me like you got me dead to rights," and he wrote a whole monologue that was it was just Mel Gibson just talking, and everything he was saying, he pulled you in, like this dude. Like you could tell, he was really stalling for time because his boys were coming to rescue him. But what he was saying to the young buck in the group that wasn't taking him seriously as a threat was some of the best dialogue. I mean, the movie is not known for its dialogue. It's not winning any Oscars. But Mel Gibson wrote a scene that was like, oh shit, this guy might win the whole damn thing.
I mean, like Helen Mirren is in.
Helen Mirren was.
I love Helen Mirren.
The name.
I didn't see that one. I love Helen Mirren.
I trailed off on Mel Gibson, but one name that I heard they want that would be a good possible villain and a perfect fit for the Expendables, Keanu Reeves.
Right.
Oh, well, they may pull me
as
in for
a
that.
villain.
Oh,
Could you imagine that?
I would let Keanu be the bad guy for sure. He could be the bad guy if he wanted to be.
Keanu would fit so perfectly. The thing I did not like about this trailer, though, was that it felt like the tone of it felt like they were trying to do Fast and the Furious.
Someone said it not in our comments, but in the comments of the trailer.
Well, it's true.
It said, "This is just a Fast and Furious with no cars and no family."
but Sylvester even mentioned family in it. He was like, it's about something family. He said family. I'm like, dude, are you totally making it obvious now that you're trying to? Because Expendables is, imagine the John Wick universe and Fast and Furious universe into one. That's the best description I can give for it.
I like how 50 said in the trailer, memorize my face.
Yeah.
I don't want anyone to say.
Oh yeah, he's like that. Hey, I got a prescription on this scope. Don't worry. Dolph Lundgren is the funniest thing in all those movies. Like I want to try to convince you at least to watch the first one. He said something hilarious on the first one. At least the first one. I can understand not watching the second one and the third one. Maybe you watch the second one for Jean-Claude or something like that.
Okay.
Part 3 was the first time they made it PG-13, which was a mistake. You had Wesley Snipes in Part 3. You had Wesley Snipes making fun of his indictment. He's like, "Where have you been all this time?" Oh, I was arrested for tax evasion. I mean, he made fun of himself. I mean, this stuff is brilliant. It's so stupid and brilliant. I loved it. I don't know. I loved it.
Nixon made a lesbian joke for Tab. She put it in the comments.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, wait. Don't pull it up yet. Let me. I was actually fixing the lower third, and so I want to put it on display. Hold on. Let me see if I can fix it so I can give Nixon her respect. And I think I got it. There we go. Okay, where is it at? It's
actually B Miller gave one to Nixon. I'm sorry, let me get it correct. B Miller in our comments.
Oh, is this it right here?
Yes.
No, all right. Is it gonna come up? Am I on the wrong screen?
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
I can't see it.
We can't see it yet.
I thought I had it. Okay, let me see if it's on this. Uh-oh. Is my lower third's not working? I thought I had it fixed and it's not working. Hold on. What the hell? Oh, I'm gonna be pissed.
Okay. Well,
oh, wait. Wait a second. I think I know what I did wrong. Let me. I think I have to reset something. All right. Let me figure this out. So somebody play some. Oh, damn it! There's an update available.
All right.
Okay, you can read it. Go ahead.
All right. B posted in the comments, "What do you call two women that have hooked up with the same girl?"
Oh. What do you call them?
Fingers-in-law.
Okay, that was good.
It's so hot in here now. That joke.
I like that one a lot.
That joke had me sweating so much. I loved it. For no other reason, for the fact that
So
was the
good.
best joke in the world. Fingers
So
and all.
good.
Oh wow. Thank you for that. Wow.
That one was amazing. I loved it. I'm going to be repeating that one.
Oh jeez. You guys are crazy.
That was courtesy of B. Miller.
B. Miller. B. Miller to Nixon.
Yeah, she was giving it to Nixon.
All right, we got to talk about that next trailer.
I was just caught up on what George just said, so I'm like, you sure about that? Never mind. Go ahead. What's the next one?
Bottoms Red Band trailer.
Yeah.
The Bottoms Red Band trailer. That's the one that everybody was waiting to talk about. I'm gonna let you guys talk about that first, and I'm gonna go get something real quick. Go ahead.
I'm excited to see it because this looks like some very, again, old school classic stuff from like the 90s and early 2000s where we were getting the raunchy comedy that you knew was just silly and inappropriate, but it was hilarious.
Absolutely. I mean, it's freaking, you've got queer community mixed with bullying, mixed with Fight Club. There's just, mixed with inappropriate school teacher, like, everything's so extreme and amazing. I just cannot wait to see this freaking movie. The trailer looked so hilarious. Like, so hilarious.
It felt like one of those old school '80s bullies type of thing. Like we're going back to that. I thought bullies like that don't exist anymore, but in this universe, I guess they do. So that's I mean that's been the latest kind of movie, like 21 Jump Street, how they made fun of that those typical old '90s and '80s bullies aren't around anymore. That times have changed, but I'm sure it's not like. Of course, it's not like that everywhere. So we're going back to those times again where the guys, the jocks, are being the jerks. And they're picking on these young ladies who are lesbians.
Well, the women, they I think are kind of hitting more of a current issue. I think they're going to be focusing on like women getting attacked because the whole concept is a female-driven fight club.
That was hilarious. That was hilarious. Them
they weren't mincing on them punches. They were following through.
Yeah,
that shit was.
They said this was going to be one of the bloodiest. The bloodiest Fight Club like type of high school movie of all time or something like that. I really cannot get the.
They were like it's like Book Smart but amped up.
Yeah, Book Smart meets John Wick type of shit, man. That was funny as hell. And what's that football player's name that's playing the coach? I forgot his name. He's not known. He's not known for talking a lot.
He was a Seattle Seahawks back in the day.
But
he was always getting fined because he refused to be interviewed.
Yeah. But now he's the joke is that he's saying he's talking too much. Like at the end of the like, dude, you supposed to be talking to students like this?
Okay, I don't think you're supposed to
like that. I cannot wait to see that movie. That movie looks like it reminds me of, like you said, Book Smart. It does remind me of that.
It reminded me of it's an old movie from like the late 90s, early 2000s. Mm-hmm. It's a high school movie where all the girls are dating the same popular hot boy, and then they give him like hormones and do all kinds of stuff to him to get back at him.
What?
Hold on. I remember. Fuck.
And that was like a comedy, and
they gave him hormone. Okay, so anybody in the live chat that can remember the name of that damn movie, I'm
like something John get. I can't remember.
Yes, John Tucker.
John
Tucker must die.
John Tucker must die. Okay, there we go.
And the football players, Marshawn
so hard, y'all.
I know. I was like, I can see the word John in my head, but I can't remember the rest.
I'm over here trying to fix the lower thirds and stuff, and I'll get the chats up.
They gave him stuff to like. He was like the star in all the sports, and so they wanted to mess with him in every aspect of his life so that he wouldn't not be the star of anything.
I didn't know that. Damn, did I? I think it's been a while since I even thought about that movie. I'm like, I don't remember any of that. Like, is that what happened? Like, he gave him hormones to mess his game up or something like that?
He grew nipples like ladies.
Oh, I remember that. I remember that scene. Okay, I think I remember. But okay.
But yeah, no, I'm so excited for this movie. I legitimately want to see it when it first comes out.
And you know
kind
that's
of.
Cindy Crawford's daughter.
Playing the
I
main.
did not know that.
Yeah, the girl holding the leg of the girl in the green, Kai.
Well, she definitely looks like her.
Kaya I don't know how to say her first name correctly. It's Kaia, Kaya Gerber. But yeah, that's Cindy Crawford's daughter. And yeah, she looks a lot like her mom.
That looks good.
Oh yeah, she definitely looks like her.
It definitely looks funny as hell.
It
So
does.
I'm gonna, and you know, I know you love comedy, so I'm gonna check that out. So any raunchy comedies, with Les business, that's what it's all about, right?
TikTok was all abuzz with people like Rise of the Bottoms.
Rise of the
Yeah.
Bottom. This is the name of it right there. Like, what the hell's gonna happen in this damn Oh, the
Well,
very
in the queer community, bottoms, that's a term.
I know.
yeah,
I
no.
know things.
I saw a TikTok today where some guy it was in reference to something else, and he was like, just so you know that, you know, and it was in another country, Burger King had like a special pride hamburger,
Yes.
and you could either get 2 tops on your hamburger or 2 bottoms on your hamburger.
What
2 top buns or 2 bottom buns.
you lesbians are going too far. 2 bottoms.
So funny.
America was like, we're not going to have that here. This is America.
What is?
America.
Well, I don't know what's going on with my. I think I figured it out. Let me see if I got it. There we go. Fixed it, baby. I refreshed everything, but the thing I was supposed to refresh.
All right, we're going to run out of time with tabs on here if you keep getting distracted.
Oh, she can hit the reset button. She's good. She's fine. She's fine. Okay, what's next, baby?
14-year-old Preston Mutanga created the Lego sequence for Across the Spiderverse. High school student.
Yeah. You haven't had a chance to watch Spider-Verse yet, right? I was surprised. Well, the scene that we're talking about, it was like at the very beginning of the movie. I'm not going to spoil too much, but basically, you know how Spider-Verse they go into different universes, which is a different animation style, and they introduced a Lego world where Spider-Man Lego was there. And babe, you know a little bit. You went deeper into the history of how this young man got this scene. This 14-year-old boy got to make the scene.
He recreated the trailer that came out
For Across the Spider-Verse.
For Across the Spider-Verse, all in Legos. And the producers got wind of it and saw it and was like, this is a 14-year-old who has no training whatsoever, and this thing looks like the real deal.
Yeah.
And they were like, we need to talk to him.
Director looked right at
now."
his special effects guy and was like, damn, Cliff, this 14-year-old guy did something better than your. I don't like that. You know, so damn,
So
dissing the
they
professionals.
contacted him and said, we'd love you to
That
do this for the movie.
and when you read that, I asked you to double check. Are we talking about, did he do a recreation of Into the Spider-Verse? But you double checked that he said no.
That's what the
it
article
was
says.
across.
Now,
the,
people
so,
make typos when they write stuff, so maybe that's not what they meant.
let's
said
say
across.
let's say it was Across the Spider-Verse trailer. This, which is the actual movie that's currently out. This means that a couple of months ago, when they dropped the trailer, the full trailer of Across the Spider-Verse, what was it, 2 months ago maybe?
It said January.
Okay, so in January, this video went viral, then got into the view of the powers that be, of the director or whatever of Into the Spider-Verse. They contacted this young man in a certain amount of time, came to him with this idea for him to animate his own scene that they would then edit into the movie, and they were able to do it before the movie dropped in June, July. That's crazy. And you know how the question is, how excited was that young man and how close did they look at that damn contract? Because I hope he was compensated properly for what he did. Tabs, you hear, I know Joy jinxed us with the time. We're going to have to reset the Zoom thing. But before we do that, you're hearing about this 14-year-old young man who got to animate a scene. You haven't seen it yet, so you don't know how awesome it was. What do you think about this story?
I think the story alone is freaking amazing, but I'm not surprised by kids' abilities these days. I think that this is very in the realm of possibilities of what kids are doing nowadays with the technology that's available to them in schools. And I'm really thrilled to see that they're finally recognizing that this is happening as young as, high school students, that these talents and these skills are, better than some of the professionals that are in the world already.
This this dude is like a hero in his school right now. I'm in the Spiderverse right now, and he's not gonna be. He's gonna definitely have a date to the prom all 4 years. I'm just that's just
Yeah.
or at least the next 3 years at least.
He's like, see, I told you having all those Legos was gonna be cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I told you chicks dig it.
Yeah. My Legos ain't lame anymore, huh, Kelly? Huh, Kelly? All right. Let's move on to the next topic. But before we do, I'm gonna let's reset. We're gonna go out of Zoom. We got less than 10 minutes left before it kicks you off.
The next topic she was gonna talk about.
So the next topic is yours. So before we go to the next topic, I'm gonna go to the we'll be right back. Give us a few minutes. I'll do this. We'll talk amongst yourselves, and we'll put the clock on real quick. Give us 2 minutes to reset, and we'll be right back with Tabatha to talk about what is it? The Shiny Happy People.
I like that song.
Yeah, but the documentary is a little different though, babe.
Oh yeah.
All right, we'll be back in less than 2 minutes. All right, guys. All right. Four, 3, 2. Oh, what was that again, babe?
I said, and we're back.
And we're back. All right. So thanks, guys, for helping us out and indulging with us as we get the bugs out. And speaking of bugs, that's Tabitha. Let's see. There she is, the bugaboo right there. But I'm glad that she came back. I'm glad her power hasn't gone out. Is it raining yet?
It's still raining.
It's still raining? Like I said, not a drop over here. Not a drop. It's so weird. You're the queen of lesbians, but you're afraid of the water over there. I was about to say afraid of getting wet, but
that's not true at all.
All right, splish splash. Let's get down to the next topic. All right, so Shiny Happy People. Tabs, you saw it. Tell us what you are thinking about this documentary so far.
So Shiny Happy People, if you're not aware, is about the Duggars, kind of about the real viewing on that show and kind of what's been going on in the news. I'm sure most people know about the son who is been convicted for child pornography and whatnot, and kind of how the parents hid. They knew about this since he was the age of 15, and he's been doing it since he was the age of 12, and he was molesting his sisters. And that kind of was this huge story. The documentary for me was, very hard to watch. There were some parts of it that were really tough to get through and hear. And there's so much trauma that you're seeing that these kids are getting put through, and these concepts and belief systems that that's within this belief, the IBL something. I can't remember.
I think
With
IBLP.
IBLP, yeah. And the ways that they abuse the children to get them to behave and that they talk about breaking their wills, and they're literally putting into your face child abuse and saying that it's okay for this child abuse because it's a religious belief, and they're getting away with it. Like they had schools and curriculums that were approved, and went through all the facility, the governmental facilities and such, and until recently were running, with no issues. And then it ends up that the creator of this belief system ends up being a child molester himself. And basically the way it's all set up is it grooms men to be child molesters, and it grooms the women to accept it.
How many episodes was it? Was it just one long movie, or was it like an episodic kind of a thing?
I honestly don't remember because I watched it all in one sitting.
Wow.
I mean, like they even trained, like I've seen a lot of the clips, like the Duggar wife. Well, all the women are, if you ever hear her talk, she speaks really, really soft and like a little child. And they're trained that's part of that, is to speak that way.
Yep. It's actually sickening. There's so much of this documentary that comes to light that, you kind of had inklings about, but the facts are there, and it legitimately is sickening. The psychological trauma that they are putting these children through. And then they're stuck in it because they are conditioned to do nothing. For them to speak up is so terrifying that they would rather go through someone raping them and molesting them than to say something. And they would continue to go through it rather than say anything, even if other people are talking about it's happening.
Well, it's taken years for Jill to actually say her truth as much as she'll say. Because, I mean, they have them when they were still, like, under their parents' control, making excuses for their brother like it was a misunderstanding. That's not really what happened.
That's the worst part.
And then, of course, now she's like, well, we were told to say those things. We had to.
Yeah. Well.
The dad, their parents, the girl's parents, literally chose the son and him doing that deed.
I remember that now.
Accepted it.
Oh, okay.
Over his girls getting molested. That's how little he valued the women. That's how little he valued his children, that he allowed another one of his children to torture them. Yeah.
I do remember seeing or hearing about that on the news. I do remember that. And I know we'll have to catch up there. I think this is on
Amazon Prime.
It's on Amazon Prime. You watch it.
Well, like a lot of their higher ups have their hands in a lot. Like this, the father was running for office.
Oh yeah.
And he was very close to getting it, but like this scandal stuff kind of.
Yeah.
Thank goodness, and for a lot of reasons, it finally came out.
Right.
But
yes.
Yeah.
Do you know that he allowed his son back into the home after?
Even after all this?
Yeah.
All this.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna have to check it out. I know it's probably gonna be it's a tough watch. Every thumbnail that I see on a review about it, it's just like people like in shock. Like, what did I watch?
There's a lot of people on TikTok who are not in it anymore, who grew up that way, that are like, oh, this brought back a lot of things that I've blocked out for a long time. Seeing the old videos of kids, there was a lot of stuff from the church you can see in the show, singing and choir and different things that kids were like, I saw myself in one of those videos. Like, I totally forgot about that. Like, wow.
That dude right there. Is that the dad right there?
That's
the creepy.
The mom.
Oh God. Oh. All right,
and they got so mainstream, and they got so beloved by this mainstream crowd.
TLC had their show on for years, to paying them money to follow their life, everyday life.
They're pretty much funding their lifestyle, pretty much. Yeah,
The producers and the dad were sitting there trying to figure out ways to deal with the scandal coming out, like out loud with all the kids.
Oh, you mean to try to suppress it?
Yeah, and then like there's like financial scandal and all kinds of shit that the dad was doing, and basically, he's making these children work, and he's tricking them into signing contracts to continue doing the show.
Yeah,
and that's why they had to do the show after the scandal came out, the sisters, because they wouldn't do the TLC wouldn't do the family, and so they used the sisters, and they didn't even want to do the show. They actually tried not to.
I know that Jill has said that, because they were already adults.
Yeah.
And some of that TLC stuff. She's like, I have never seen a single solitary penny
from that show.
Any of the stuff we did. Not a single cent.
Time to get some lawyers. I hope so. Well, we'll have to check it out. I think it's a series. I think it's a couple of episodes. So I'll double check. I don't know if it's just one long movie or if it's a series. I think it's a series
too.
But I'll go check it out. That is Shiny Happy People. He's on Amazon Prime. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. If you guys know anything else about it, if you guys have seen it, let us know in the live chat. And we'll talk about it when we come up to our We Got Your Mail portion of the show. Let's move on to the main topic of the show. Is it what happened to the lower third right there? Did I mess up the lower third? I think I did. I think I messed up the lower third. Okay. Or did I not put the lower third in there correctly? That's probably what happened. The main topic, what do we got, babe? What is the main topic?
Spider-Verse fans see Gwen Stacy as a trans character.
And just like the Joker said on The Dark Knight, and everyone loses their minds. Okay. The Gwen Stacy character is not a character that is going to identify as trans, but what the artists did was intentional. It's like it was right there on that picture right there where it says like protect trans. They intentionally had the ambiance and the color system around the character and the whole notion that her character is definitely fighting for trans rights and things like that. So, but I feel like, and this is the good thing about it, like what they say that when the Little Mermaid, with how it was important that Black girls could see themselves into something. If you're a part of the community, if you see yourself in it, if you feel represented, I think that's I don't think that Sony is going to have the fortitude to come out and say yes that she is a trans character, but they're also equally about probably saying that if you see representation and see this in this character, good. Like they're not going to fight against it, and they're definitely letting people know that they support your rights. Is basically because the artist to even do what he did for those scenes would have to have been approved, and obviously Sony, the director, and everybody had their backs. So
because it's not just in one scene.
It's not just exactly. Go ahead. Yeah.
I was just saying, it would make sense that maybe they could have slipped something like that. I could maybe see them slipping that flag in the background,
right? Or like how Disney would put the word sex in the air of the Lion King. Yeah, no, they weren't subtle like that. This was in your right there, up front and center.
Yeah, there's several different ways, with the dad wearing the flag, with it being on the wall, with color schemes, like that feels very purposeful and. I
was about to say when you see the movie, and every time Gwen is in her universe, it is very obvious. You'll see it, and I'm gonna go down a list of some of the things that the producers, the artists have said about this. But babe, before we go, you recently just saw it with me. Did you notice that in the middle of it, or were you just in the moment?
I'm really bad frequently at missing any of that stuff. Mm-hmm. When we see videos after any movie and people be like, oh, I saw an Easter egg on the poster on a wall. There was a little this, and that means this from this movie. And I'm like, how did you see that?
Right.
How in the heck did you see any of that?
Right.
So I'm usually very focused in on just what's going on, and I always miss details that are on the walls and the background. Unless it's pointed out later, I'm oblivious to it.
I noticed
That's the great thing about it, I think.
Exactly, and it was like even Tyrone Magnus was like, at least it wasn't woke, and then later, when all the news comes out, he's like, oh, maybe it was, but
if it's so normal, if it's so about the surroundings, and it seems normal in the surroundings, that's what it's like. That's what it should be.
Yeah,
it should be this quiet. It should be this normal to have trans ideas even in the color scheme of a freaking movie, and a protect trans kids flag in the background of a kid's. That's the normal, because normally, you know what it would be? It'd be a stupid half-naked girl or boy, depending on what they were interested in, and or a boy band or whatever it may be on their wall. And this is creating a normalcy out of something that needs to be made normal.
And why wouldn't a spider person, Gwen, especially Spider Gwen? There are people in the real world that who are fighting for like trans rights and equality and things like whether you know them personally or you've seen them on TV or you have a neighbor or something. To pretend like we always have to have the same old story over and over again because a small group of people are like, I'm tired of it being forced on. Nothing's being forced on you. Well, people exist and in a multiverse.
And the thing is, it was so quiet that you would have never noticed it if someone didn't point it out.
Until somebody points out.
No one's forcing you or shoving it down you because
you didn't see it. You didn't see it the first time. It was. I'm sure that it was a person who. Obviously the artist who did it was.
No, I'm talking about people who get mad like you're just forcing. No, because you wouldn't have noticed it until someone pointed it out.
Yeah,
to you.
you didn't. You wasn't thinking about that's exactly which is why I was saying earlier that you can't accuse it because even people who always call everything woke and is upset about things being forced on them and stuff, they didn't notice it at first. And now the argument is now that people are on Twitter pointing it out and they're feeling pride and they're feeling being represented, and then the artist himself is saying, yeah, threw that in there right there on purpose. It's on. You barely can see it, but it's on the wall. Barely can see it, but it was on his the police badge and things like. There was a lot of things that were thrown in that you would not have noticed unless you.
But do you realize? You realize that this is what art is.
Right.
Art is you watching, looking, hearing something that someone created and creating and seeing a representation of something that is true to you within that art.
Mm-hmm. And
that's what this is.
And it's whatever Gwen means to you. If you feel that Gwen is trans
exactly
because you're trans, then good for you. If you think Gwen is bi, if you think Gwen is straight, if you think Gwen's just an ally and there to protect, whatever you feel like that is, then go with that. Everyone's going to see it a different way, and that's okay.
There was some things that was brought to my attention when I read the article. Let me see if I still have it here. Here we go. Let's go full mass right here. So some of the things that was brought up were like the following. Let's see, here's a quick rundown. Gwen Stacy supports the transgender people is a standalone detail that's impossible to ignore. Number 2, superheroes who are queer are often addressed obliquely, mostly in like postscript interviews and only in the faintness of gestures on screen. For example, what was that? Strange World, like something like a movie like that.
Yeah.
In the wake of the movie's success, fans have pointed out that Gwen is literally and symbolically depicted as a trans ally. And number 4, the movie's artist drew a protect trans kids flag in her room. I think we showed that in one of the clips. Number 5, Gwen's flag signals that in her world, trans kids are being targeted, and this issue is important enough for her to take up space in her own bedroom wall. I think that's what you were saying. One of you were saying, like it's important to Oh, she's a superhero, so this is an issue that's important to her. And moving on to the next set. Let's see, number 6. Gwen's father, the policeman George Stacy, wears a transgender flag on his uniform. The artist in Across the Spiderverse draped Gwen in the colors of the transgender flag: light pink, light blue, and white. These colors are especially pronounced when Gwen is in her own world, where the artistic concept is that the colors are her reflection of her feelings. And that's something that you will notice when you watch. Now, I saw that through and through when I was watching the movie. Like, as her mood changes or when things happen, the colors would change. It was like I don't think we didn't see her world in the first movie, but yeah, they showed that a lot. That's something that happens in her world a lot, or maybe that was just for the audience's benefit. But as things would happen, when she got excited or she got sad, the colors would shift and things would move around. It was artistically pretty cool. Let me go back real quick, round it off. Gwen never explicitly identifies herself as transgender or cisgender on screen, but the symbolism of the colors cannot be denied. The artist deliberately put the Protect Trans Kid flag in Gwen's room. And last, for fans, Gwen's support for trans people and her possible identity as trans or an ally is something special about her character that cannot be taken away. So from this, just like you were saying, Joy, from this day forward, no matter what, if that's what you see at the very least, you see an ally at the very least. Now, everybody's getting all in their feelings. You know, me and Joy went as Miles Morales and Spider-Gwen. So I'm sure there's a couple of dudes out there who like really love the Gwen character, and now it's like, no, you're trying to you're trying to force a character that I like or that I'm attracted. Let me tell you exactly what's happening. A character that they're probably attracted to, and now if she's an ally, now they're feeling like it's gonna say something, and they're like, dude, like, it's not that serious. No, it doesn't. It's not all these people who are butthurt about this. It's not about you. All right, like, there's more important things in the world going on. At the very least, if you
can I please interject something though?
Yeah.
How old is Gwen?
They're
a teenager.
They're both 15.
Yeah.
Her and Miles are 15.
Well, she's a little bit older, so
she said she was a couple months
so-
older than him.
Yeah.
But
they're
the
15.
concept of the men being pissed because a
Girl.
cartoon character that they're attracted to could now possibly be trans or an ally of trans.
Well, that's just me
reason
putting words in
makes them
some people's mouths.
disgusted.
That's just me putting words in some of them. That's not really.
I'm sorry, but then that's some nasty ass men anyways, and they don't deserve to like Gwen.
Exactly. It's like, at the end of the day, like, look, the artist did something to put a message out there. A lot of people don't like messages to be forced on them and things like that. Look, I
don't like church forced on me.
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to say that. You don't like things forced on you. I'm sure a lot of my relatives.
I didn't like his opinion being forced on me.
Yeah,
Maybe
exactly.
you should just hush.
The Mormons don't hesitate to knock on the door to can I
Right?
talk to you about the Lord?
Yeah.
They
I would
do
rather-
They do if you put a really grotesque mat on your door.
Did you see
It's
that
amazing.
TikTok tab
Yes.
with
Yes.
it said something about like it said whorehouse on their floor, on their front doormat, but it was not just whorehouse, it was like clean, or we love our whorehouse, or something like that. And
Bless this mess?
The two Mormons were at the door reading it,
Oh my God, I could already tell.
and you could see through the camera, the Ring camera. They never did. It was like she said they were there for like 2 minutes and walked away.
they couldn't handle the horse.
Did you see the other one where they had something about if you ring the doorbell, we'll curse you, like thing?
No,
And
I
it
didn't
had
see
like,
that.
it was like witchy themed, and then like those ladies booked it. They ran away.
Can't risk it. I can't risk it. Look, ladies, all these, everybody that's all butthurt about you guys, you like the movie, and it's mostly those people, the people that love the movie, that enjoyed it. They were glad that it wasn't woke or whatever. And then now that the artist, one of the artists, is saying that she's an ally. Now it's like My message to you is this: what the movie isn't the same exact movie you saw when you enjoyed it. Now that you know that the artist did those colors and stuff intentionally, and what now? The movie wasn't good anymore, because that can't be the case. And I know a lot of them are gonna lie and say now the movie sucks. Now that I know about those messages,
Well, there's gonna be your.
It's an unrational fear.
It is. You're gonna have your super ultras that are gonna be like, I'm not taking my kids to that because you're not gonna force them to. Kids won't see any of it.
yeah,
They won't notice.
they just want to see
thing.
Spider-Man, jumping off the damn roof.
I mean, Cameron fell asleep.
Cameron fell asleep. My son fell asleep. He didn't fall asleep because the movie was too woke. He was tired. He fell asleep. I'm like people relax. Like people are making a big deal about everything. It's like what world do you want to live in? Like people literally get mad. You're being represented too much, and I don't like that. Like really? Like you're really saying this out loud? Like
Unrational fear.
I liked it when only I was being represented, and only thing, everything. Like you're really, and then the same guys will say stuff like, "But I'm not being racist though." Like they'll say that shit. Both of those sentences can't coexist, my guy. You can't be like.
I would really like to know if it's the people who also hoard all the toilet paper when there's a natural disaster that feel this way.
It is.
Like I wonder what that correlation is.
They're full of shit.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, there we go. Talking about horse people. People, okay. Basically, what the rundown crew, what we're all saying is everybody just needs to relax. I mean, look, it's not everything is gonna be the same. We've already gotten let's stay with Marvel. All these Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. At the point when we had like 20, where we're at to 23, 24, 25 now. Thor, Iron Man, Ant-Man, Spider-Man, like man. And then you had like 10, 15 movies starring guys in a row. The second they got to, or in DC or whatever, the second they got to Wonder Woman or the second they got to Black Widow, it's forced. You're forcing it on. But it wasn't forced when we went through 20-something guys first. Then you get one. I always joke about those type of people. They're always used to. They're willing to give up 3%. You minorities, you can get 3% of representation, about 3%. But the second that 97% turns into 96%, then everybody loses their minds. It's like, oh man, why is it being forced on us, man? We were dominating. We had this 97% of all media, and now I'm forced to watch 4% more black people. I don't like that. They whine so much as if everything's being taken away from them. Like every show that you turn on is not all turning gay. Everything is not Killing Christmas. Everything is not,
Do you watch Marvelous Miss Maisel, Tab?
Oh
Yes.
Love that show.
Did you
I
finish it?
really regret going full screen when she made that face.
Have you
I really
finished
regret
it?
that.
I'm sorry, what?
Have you finished it?
Yeah.
Okay, we have a couple episodes left, but you notice so all of this time, Susie's been ambiguous.
Correct.
Is she straight?
There's been a couple
gay?
times where she went to the lesbian bar and where she was asking for where the lesbian bar was in the park.
And she knew the whole time.
And then, finally, we sort of get an answer in our finale season.
I think we got an answer.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there the whole time. I knew it. But did it ruin the whole season for? Am I going to throw the whole season away now because now that we know that Susie was gay the whole time? No, still the same. She's still the same badass, foul mouth, shit talker.
And it was pretty hilarious that she went to the bathhouse.
Yeah.
And she was like, there were dicks everywhere.
Dicks everywhere.
Hey, she closed the deal.
And her secretary was like, it's a gay bathhouse. Like, it's
Yeah.
those are for the gays.
Oh God, forced. Yeah, that's all you're gonna hear. That's all you're gonna hear. But look, it's still the same movie. It was still awesome. I saw it twice. I might see it another time. One more time before it comes to streaming or wherever it's going to go after theaters. I don't think it's going to Disney Plus. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But you also had some other news about the Spider-Verse. This might be the last one, the next one that's coming up, Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, the producer said it's a trilogy, and that's it. That is it. There is no fourth. We're done with the story at 3.
I call partial bullshit. I think there will be a shit ton of spinoffs. I think like I think when Stacy's cartoon character, her character might get her own spinoff, her own standalone in her universe. I think a lot of things could pop off on this. But I wanted to do a Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse spoiler talk of it today, but we're gonna move that. I'll do that Saturday. I'm getting a gang of people to join me, and we'll get together and we'll talk about it. Some other YouTubers and stuff, and we'll do a Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse spoilers review on it. So let's move on to the last portion of the show. The We Got Your Mail part. I'm glad I got the lower third fixed. Is there anything that's been said in the chats that I should see about? I appreciate you guys being in the live chat. I hope you guys hit the like button. At the very least, nobody wanted to hear Tabatha. So for me, no donations on that tab. Sorry, your for me is not that popular, by the way. I'm just letting you know.
I'm okay. I'm good with it.
I was surprised that none of y'all wanted to play.
Spicy Bat Daddy.
I'm surprised. I am so proud.
Tabs, do you remember on SNL It's Pat?
Yes.
A movie that probably could not get done today.
Oh my God. I laughed so hard.
I used to love It's Pat.
Why'd you bring that up? What's going on?
No, just the ambiguity.
It was very ambiguous whether Pat was lesbian or not.
Male,
or
female. What is Pat?
I think Pat would be considered non-binary.
Non-binary?
Yeah, non-binary.
Well, and they kept trying to ask
Yeah, but
questions.
that didn't exist back
That
then.
didn't exist. I'm just saying today, if the movie was made today, it should be non-binary.
All the
Yeah.
skits would be people trying to ask questions to determine.
To figure it out.
And Pat would answer ambiguous back. They'd be like, oh, that didn't
I remember her girlfriend was, or Pat's girlfriend was the guy who was from the TV show The Kids in the Hall, who was dressed in drag. And they got a lingerie gift, and they both said, "This is something we both can enjoy." You're like, what does that mean? All right, we're rounding off the show, and for the last 10 minutes, it's like Zoom is reminding us we got 10 minutes left, people. So let's wrap it up. Anything in the chats? Miller cringe. Of course, yeah. There's always one. Yeah, of course. Yeah, you're gonna think that. Nixon. It says, Abia, they haven't played my Dragon Daddy, We're Blessed. Who? What are we talking about there?
Do you have a thing that's Dragon Daddy? Did Nixon make the Dragon Daddy sound? I don't know, because I don't look at your soundboard.
I gotta look back into and see if I still have it. I think I have it. If not, we have to make another one. It's Pat was hilarious. Kevin Meyer says. Let's see what else we got. Going back, I'm just going back. I'm going up in the chats. This is the part of the show where we look over all your chats. So I'm just going back up. Please hit the like button. Appreciate that, Nixon, for reminding everybody. Thank you, Joy. Honestly, been dying to catch up. Are y'all just having a conversation in here now?
Yeah.
Peter Lang. Yeah, I complain about feminism a lot, but the M she used but that M she used. Nonsense must stop.
MCU.
The MCU nonsense must stop. There's no MCU. There is no MCU, Peter. There is no MCU. You got what? 2 movies that are starring a girl. You don't like girls?
No, he's saying people need to stop with that. Saying that's an issue.
Oh, okay. The people need to stop. Okay, I'm about to say. Okay, no, you're saying that they need to stop saying that. Okay, there you go. Yeah, thank you. There is, I tell them all the time. There is no MCU. It's a dick fest out there too.
What it's really telling you is that all these men complaining about it just really want to be around more men. So it's just them
kind of sus.
Homosexuality really is what it's coming down to, because if you don't want more boobs and butts around, you've got some problems.
Yeah, I like boobs. JD the MC says woke smoke culture wars are a grift. Yeah, it is. It's just they're just grifting. It's like when I make fun of those. What's her name? What's that woman's name? Like I said, I have black friends who are conservatives. I have conservative black friends, but the ones who go on their podcast to only shit talk people in the black community, they're grifting. They know, because they know that black people in that community who we might share in the black community might share some of those same similar values, but to go out of your way to constantly shit talk your own community, you're grifting. Like yeah, there's grifters on that. There's grifters on who's constantly bringing up anything that's representation. It's too woke. It's mostly a grift. You're doing it. You know it's gonna get attention. Hate gets clicks. I always said I could turn this channel into a hate channel. I can shit on Chris Hemsworth work and make him cry using my words, but I don't feel like it because I don't need to. I don't need to get clicks like that.
By the way, I just learned where the term woke came from.
Oh yeah.
Have y'all seen that video?
Longer than it's been around longer than you think.
It's to be awoken, to be alarmed.
Yes.
To
be aware of aware, but it's been
but
you know how long it's been used?
Stemmed, huh?
It was when it was first. I thought it was more current, but it turns out that the term was originally being used like as early as the 1920s.
Oh no! I'm talking about when it became like the event where they used the term and then it became this kind of
they're redefining it to try to
like the black
do with
community
everything.
was utilizing it as we are now woke. We have woken from our sleep. We're going to fight back.
Yes,
we're going to do something
aware,
about this.
And we are
they tried to turn it into this whole over liberal concept when in actuality it was meant as a term. Hey, I'm awake. My ass is awake now. I'm gonna fight back.
You know what the ironic thing about that is? The same group of people who are trying to redefine it to make it a negative thing are the same guys who are using that same term from like the Matrix, like the Red Pill Society. They are aware of what's really going on. They're not trapped in the Matrix. Technically, Red Pill Society, you're saying the same thing. You're woke.
Yes.
You're woke.
The whole purpose of that damn
that's what that term is another purpose of the Red Pill term. Yeah. You're technically woke. And I know Red Pill Society gonna hate that, but yeah, you're using the exact same term.
It was to open your eyes.
And they're like, no, we're Red Pill. No, you're woke. Peter Lane says, I love Tabatha, but for me, he said it.
Paid for it.
For me,
Miss Fizzle is hot.
Frizzle.
Miss Frizzle? Who's Miss Frizzle?
like the Magic School Bus.
Miss Frizzle? You got a crush on Miss Frizzle? That's not the teacher from the Magic School Bus.
She's supposed to be gay, I'm pretty sure. For me.
Miss
Frizzle.
Is that her? You got a crush on Miss Frizzle? Getting in the back of the bus, yeah.
First of all, every kid should have had a crush on Miss Frizzle. She was the most caring and informative woman on the face of the planet.
Yeah, but now I don't want a teacher sex scandal with Miss Frizzle.
I totally bend Miss Frizzle over. Like,
oh
yes.
God. Oh.
It was voiced by Lily Tomlin.
Yeah.
Meowdy, y'all looking forward to tonight's time. Oh, that was I scrolled all the way to the top. I don't know how much time do we have on this session here. We got less than 3 minutes. Any other topics came up in the chat?
It was most
as we were talking. Let's see. Here's one. Let's see what this says. Kevin Myers says Seth Rollins is going to be in Captain America. Seth Rollins, I brought that up earlier. I'm just getting back into wrestling, and for some reason, I really can't get myself to like Seth Rollins. I like Seth. I love Seth freaking Rollins. You know what wrestler that Tabatha loves? Mommy herself, Rhea Ripley. She loves Rhea Ripley.
It's like fetch. He's really trying to make it happen.
Making it happen right fetch. There. Yeah, this one right here. Talk about some lesbians. How much you love Rhea Ripley?
Don't make
AKA
me say
Mommy.
the line. Don't make me say the line from Mean Girls.
Yeah, Tabs loves Rhea Ripley, AKA
Don't get me
Mommy.
wrong. I think she's beautiful. I really do. She's an absolutely stunning lesbian. I just don't watch wrestling.
Oh, she's not lesbian. What made you say that? She's not a lesbian at all. I'm just trying to make it happen.
She's a lesbian.
I think her and her boyfriend might disagree, but wait, are you breaking it to me gently like it's only a matter of time? Have you done something, Tabs? What have you done? What have you done? Answer me. Like, what was that? The last Christopher Nolan Batman movie? Where's the trigger? Where is it? Hey, I wouldn't mind. I would salute you. Thank you for your service, Tabs, if you made that happen for yourself. I would be like, good for you. Good for you. Good for you.
Good for you.
Yeah, good for you. Yeah. What was that? That guy that was asking for the girl's phone number on Mad TV. I was like, oh yeah, you are welcome. You are welcome. Yeah. He's like, you like Mike and Knights? Y'all like Mike and Knights?
Fucking love that one.
He's like, you got a boyfriend? Is he taller than me? Is he in the lobby? Is he getting you candy? You getting Mike and Knights? Oh, so you like Mike and Knights? Okay, yeah, you are welcome. Yeah. So yeah, Tabitha, get that Rhea Ripley. Yeah, you are welcome. Yeah, all right, I like it. Yeah, I'm going for it. Yeah, all right. What is that? I stand that. Is that what they say? I stand that. Is that what the kids are saying nowadays?
I don't know. I
don't know.
think so, but you know.
Anywho, raise his hand, Peter Lane. What do you? Wait, raise the hand for? What's going on? What else did I miss? Did I miss something? Raise your hand if you were raised by Miss Frizzle and Bill Nye.
Bill Nye, yes.
Nixon said, the back of your head is ridiculous.
The back of your head is ridiculous. And she was like, and Tabitha would be looking all awkward, and then he would look back at you and go, you are welcome. Yeah, you are welcome. Yeah.
Can I have your number?
Can I have your number? Can I have it? Can I have it? You got a boyfriend? Is he in the lobby? He's getting you candy? He's getting you Mike and Knights? Oh, you like Mike and Knights?
The back of your head is ridiculous.
Ridiculous. All right, guys, that's it. We're about to run out of time on the Zoom call. So since Miss Tabs was too afraid to chime in, let's talk. Let's go back to her first. Where can the people find you online if they want to reach out to you?
You can find me on TikTok at Let's Have Fun.
I cut out that. Let's have fun. Was it? Is it? Let's have fun. Was that it? That's it. Yeah, TikTok and Let's Have Fun, and then boom, it clicked out. Perfect timing on that. I think that was it.
YouTube. I mean, her
Zoom.
Instagram is on the bottom.
Yeah.
Jordan. Tabatha.Jordan.18. I'll say it for her.
There you go. Tabatha.Jordan.18. There we go. And Let's Have Fun. Let's Have Fun, Rhea Ripley. And guys, if you want to if they want to reach out to you, where can they find you online?
TikTok is Viola Fagan, and my Instagram is Scrub Hats and More by Joy.
And guys, it's Chris W. Fagan if you want to reach out to me, or at T3 Medias. That's all the socials. Let me spend a little time and see. Joy's laughing at
Nixon put her TikTok and TikTok backup in the chat.
Okay, yeah, there it goes. There it goes. It popped up. There you go. Let's have fun, and Let's Have Fun backup 12. Let's have fun. What? Back it up 12? Ew, she nasty.
Backup channel.
She is nasty. Nasty. Shame. Guys, thank you guys for joining us in the live chat. We appreciate it. I'm sure Tap is about to text me like, oh my God, I got cut out. Like, yeah, it happens. It happens. I'm not paying for the full Zoom thing anymore. I don't want to. You guys have got to be here in the studio. If you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. That's what they say. That's what the kids are saying. All right, guys. Till next time. What's the greeting? Till next time. Good night and sayonara. I don't want to say motherfuckers, but I guess I just did. Good night and sayonara, motherfuckers. Have a good one. Peace. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button, like, and comment your thoughts on this topic or any topics that you think that we should talk about in upcoming videos. Also, you can follow us at T3 Medias on Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and we also have a T3 Media Studios podcast where we post our movie reviews and episodes of The Rundown. Till next time, guys.